What's the funniest thing you've ever done to embarrass your daughter's boyfriend the first time you met him? When my daughter told me she was bringing her new boyfriend over for dinner, I smiled and promised I'd be on my best behavior. She narrowed her eyes and said, "Dad, please don't make this weird." I agreed without hesitation, but I couldn't resist planning one harmless joke. The moment he stepped through the front door, I shook his hand firmly, smiled, and said, "So you're the guy who's been making my daughter grin at her phone every night?" His face turned bright red while my daughter buried her face in her hands. He laughed nervously and thanked us for inviting him over. During dinner, I acted unusually serious and quietly wrote a few notes in a small notebook every couple of minutes. He kept glancing at it until he finally asked, "Sir, if you don't mind me asking, what are you writing?" I looked up calmly and replied, "Just first impressions. I compare them after dessert." He froze for a second, then forced a nervous smile while my wife tried not to laugh. A few minutes later, I asked him to help me grab something from the garage. He followed me silently, looking like he expected the classic intimidating father speech. Instead, I handed him a flashlight and asked him to help me find a missing screwdriver. After a minute, I chuckled and said, "Relax, I only wanted to see how you handled a little pressure." He laughed so hard that he admitted he'd been rehearsing answers in his head all afternoon. When we walked back inside, my daughter immediately asked what happened. I smiled and simply said, "He passed the garage test." She looked confused because there had never been a garage test before. The whole table burst into laughter, including him. The rest of the evening felt completely natural, and we spent hours talking about work, hobbies, sports, and family stories. Before leaving, he thanked me for making him feel welcome instead of judged. Months later, they're still together, and every family dinner, someone eventually mentions the legendary garage test. It has quietly become one of those family stories that never gets old.